I still remember when I played my first Sonic game. I think it was one of those side-scrolling ones. I forget which one exactly, but I remember that it had this one fucking level. I'm sure you'll all be able to tell me based off of the description, but it had this nasty water level where it felt like you had to play everything pixel perfect or you would just die. I remember being extremely frustrated because the friction from the water slowed down the pacing for the game, which, with the exception of this single level, would be described as fast as fuck.
It's the same old fucking shit!
Then the 3D games came out and these fucking enchanted me. There was something magical about floating around at the speed of sound. Unfortunately, with this advancement of technology came the frustration of having to learn to manage the moments of extreme speeds, except now in a 3-dimensional landscape. Truth be told, I never really mastered it. I don't even know how I managed to snag a platinum trophy in Sonic Unleashed. I just fucking remember wanting to commit seppuku because of that Eggman Land gauntlet you had to run for that one trophy. Anyway, it should come as no surprise that I was originally excited for the first Sonic movie, although I'll admit that it took me a couple of months to watch it. Truth be told, when I saw Sonic's original design, it kinda scared me. Even though they eventually fixed it, I had lost all confidence in the people making it, and I didn't want them to ruin a series I held near and dear to my heart. I eventually ended up seeing it about 9 months ago, and I actually really enjoyed it. It wasn't perfect, but it was very fun, and I felt like it was somewhat true to Sonic's essence. Eventually they would go on to release a trailer for the sequel, and god damn was I excited. What can I say, they had me at Knuckles and Tails. Again, I didn't watch the movie right away because truthfully, I have a lot on my plate with editing my podcast and editing the videos for this channel, as well as working a full-time job. So I ended up watching it about a week after release, and surprisingly, the theater was still very packed. Look, I really liked it, okay? It picks up a bit after the original. You know, Sonic is living his best life in Green Hill, while Eggman is stranded in a mushroom planet. Eggman is now sporting his original look from the games, and honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Jim Carrey looks really good in his new getup, and while it's not exactly like in the game, you can't tell who he's supposed to be, all the while giving it his own touch. Eventually, Knuckles makes his way to the planet Eggman is on because he senses the power radiating off of one of Sonic's quills, which Eggman has. It doesn't make sense to me that he's able to sense a single quill when Sonic is a walking mess of quills, but who am I to judge? So Knuckles thinks Sonic wants to use the Master Emerald, a gem which contains an extreme amount of chaos energy for himself. Knuckles teams up with Eggman to get it back, while Eggman schemes to betray Knuckles once to get the emerald. The two attack Sonic. The hedgehog obviously is confused, and he doesn't even know what the emerald is. He is defeated, and as he's about to be slain, Tails comes in to save him and they escape. From here out, the two groups race against each other to reach the emerald first. What I'm just confused about is how characters seem to let serious things just go without even questioning them. My first example is how Sonic just accepts that Tails was spying on him from another planet. Tails used one of his devices to just watch Sonic live his life. This is interesting because it's sort of parallel to the situation in The Truman Show, which is a movie in which Jim Carrey stars. Additionally, the same thing happens with Knuckles. The Echidnas and the Owl Warriors who race Sonic had this kind of kill on sight thing for each other. When Eggman ultimately betrays Knuckles, Knuckles just becomes friends with Sonic and Tails. You know, all that preconditioned hatred that has grown throughout the years. Yeah, it's just completely gone now. By the way, can we talk about the human part of the movie? It wasn't bad, but it kind of felt out of place. I don't really think it was necessary. James Marsden does a good job, but his character Tom is just there to be Sonic's moral compass, kind of. I mean, Sonic usually does good things on his own, so I don't know if the character is necessary. There is something that I want to point out. Not a big deal at all. It doesn't affect the movie really, but sometimes if you look hard enough, you can catch something a little off with Tails. My boy has a small touch of that crackhead Tails image you've seen on the internet. Anyway, I bet this is no surprise, but I give Sonic 2 a yay. It's not perfect, but it is fun. You'll probably enjoy it if you are a kid or if you already enjoy the franchise. If you're a little iffy on watching it in theaters, it should be out on Paramount Plus in about a month. Otherwise, you can catch this bad boy in theaters. With that being said, do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you want to hear me say more? Let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button. Also, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to hear me say more. As always, this has been your boy Subtly Artistic. Peace out.